All right.
There we go. Everything is perfect. All right. So let's see. Let's say take 5. Let's go.
Take 5 at least. Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. You want me to start
Yes,
introduce myself and tell you? Okay.
Yes. Go ahead.
So, hi. My name's Lisa Unruh. I am from Saskatoon in Canada. And I'm a voice artist, among other things. I also make videos for clients, but voice work is about half of my job.
Ah. All right. So for the person who's not exactly knowing what a voiceover artist does or what the job entails, could you break that down for those persons to understand it better?
Yeah, absolutely. So when you hear commercials and you hear the nice lady's voice come on saying, buy this stuff or go over here, somebody has to provide that voiceover. And so a client might go to a place like voices.com and listen to lots of different voices and say, oh, I'm going to try this. I'm going to ask this person to be the voice of my commercial or whatever.
Right.
So I have a voices.com membership. So I go on there and I see, oh, what kind of things can I audition for? What kind of commercials or documentaries or projects need a voice? And I'll just sort of go fishing for jobs every day to see what's out there.
So I've heard of voices.com. Would you say that you find a lot of jobs there, or do you use some of the other online? Because I know some persons use like Fiverr, Voice Bunny. I've heard of some other ones. Do you use those as well, or you just use voices.com?
I haven't, I took a brief look at Voice Bunny and Fiverr. I've never actually gotten any work from those sites. I haven't tried them as consistently because voices.com was working for me. So I kind of just focused on that.
That's what I was,
and it's worked pretty well.
Yeah, because that's what I was going to ask you, because as you know, like we didn't know each other before, and all I did was search for voiceover artists, and you popped up quite a few times.
Oh.
So that's what I was going to ask you. Like, how long have you been doing it for, and do you have like a large client base?
I have been on voices.com since I think 2016. And I don't have a giant client base, I don't think. I have a few repeat clients. And after that, I just have to go and find new stuff all the time. So it's like, you got to make your own job every day. So
do you find that to be really challenging, or it's not really too hard in terms of finding? It's just that you have to fish for it, but once it is does it take a lot of time, or?
It does take time. You do a lot of, if you think about it the wrong way, it feels like you're doing a lot of work for nothing. Right. Because it's like, I'm going to do, maybe 25 auditions, and it may yield one job or no job. Maybe I'll get a job tomorrow with the next 25 auditions I do.
Right.
But it's like, I know I'm scattering seeds all over the place that are never going to grow into anything. And I'm putting my heart and soul into them, reading this stuff, it's like, they don't care. It's like, nope, next.
Because that's what I was going to ask you. In auditioning for these, they have a specific script that they have, or you just provide one? Oh, so you...
Mostly they want you to read a sample of their thing, and then they just compare. And I actually have experience hiring voices too, so I know what that process is like, because I worked hiring voices to make videos.
Right.
So you post a job, and a bunch of people audition for it, and you just listen to a few seconds and go, nope, nope.
So you know what it is from both ends then.
Yeah.
I get you.
So, but it's fun. I think if you enjoy it, then you don't mind all the rejection.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're playing a little game, and it's okay. It's not painful.
Right. And that's the thing. When you tend to, I guess, like when you freelance or do things for yourself, it's going to have its challenges, like, naturally. So that's understandable. That's normal.
Yeah.
So then I figured that whole fishing for jobs, would you call that the hardest part of everything, or it can get worse?
Yeah, I think it is the hardest part, because once I think leveling up is hard too. It's like, you get comfortable with your level. I'm good at these things, or good enough at these things.
Right.
And you get comfortable. I think it's hard to like claw your way up to the next level of, like, I would like to be better at certain things. I want to become awesome at certain things.
Right.
And it's like, I can see it, I can hear it in other artists. It's like, oh, she's so good at doing that thing. How do I get there?
Right.
You know, and I don't know, you got to really stretch sometimes.
But like, that's one of the reasons why I reached out to you too. I think I had seen an interview that you did, and I heard your voice, and I was like, that voice is a really nice voice. I think it was on
really?
YouTube. Yeah. And from I heard it, I was like, I don't know if this is your natural voice or if this was somehow like a voiceover linked recording. I'll show it to you after, but your voice sounded really nice on it. I think you were also in your studio at the time. I don't know.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it probably doesn't sound so good coming through the phone.
But hey.
Are you a voiceover artist too? Do you do this stuff as well?
I'm not. I'm really considering it. Really, really. You think it's a good idea?
I do. I like your voice, and you have like a very you have a very animated way of speaking. I think people would like to listen to you. So yeah, try it. It's fun.
So that's from you. And we actually have another voiceover artist on listening now, Blessing Curé. I did a talk with her earlier this week. She's from Nigeria, and she's also a voiceover artist. So I'm just trying to build that awareness around it while also educating myself about it so that I can actually, you know, try it and see how it works. But currently I teach like English online. So it's just the whole working from home concept that I'm trying to bring across to everyone.
Do you like working at home too?
I love it. Love it. Love it. I couldn't emphasize it anymore.
Yeah.
All right. So like, I know you said half of it is voiceover, half is producing. So in terms of voiceover, about how many hours, maybe a week, do you spend doing voiceover? If you could, I guess. Could you break it down like that though?
I could try to break it down. It seems so, it fluctuates so much depending on if it's a really busy time for video work. I'll only do a few hours on that week on voice stuff because I'll be out running around with a camera the rest of the time. But if it's a week where it was half and half, I might spend, you know, like maybe 15 hours doing voice stuff.
Right. What's the longest voiceover job you've ever had in terms of, I guess, tasks to do? What's the longest one you've ever done?
I've finished one just recently, or I thought it was finished, and it took a year and a half to do because the client kept adding more stuff and changing things, and it was an ongoing contract, and it was really big. It was a big, big job, and I would do almost anything for it. And I was like, okay, I'll try.
And you just said you think it's done, so maybe it's still not finished yet.
Well, now they've gotten in touch and said, we want to add more stuff again, but it'll be, I think they'll sort of start it as a new contract, so I'll hopefully get paid and everything, and then start the new bits. But it's going to be it's secret. I'm not supposed to tell anybody about it, but it's going to be like a lot of people will hear my voice eventually.
Nice. That's good. So I hope I'll figure it out. But I'll keep in contact with you to find out when it's out so I can hear what it is. And then if anyone wants to know, I'll share it once it can be out. But that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Maybe in August. You know, I'm pretty excited.
I'm excited for you too. All right. So another thing is, let me not ask that. All right. So for someone who wants to become a voiceover artist, maybe somebody fairly new, they might not be able to get like the expensive tools and things like that that are needed. So what do you think would be the best way to start out if you're just starting out? What would be the ideal way to start in terms of tools?
In terms of tools, well, I've done a little bit of research to see what other people were doing, and I know that it's possible to get a USB microphone that's not bad.
Right.
If you do a little look at reviews and stuff, if you get a USB microphone that can go straight into your computer, you know, and a pair of headphones or whatever, you don't need to have a special booth in your house. You can just find a quiet place, you know, hang some blankets and stuff around so the sound isn't bouncing everywhere.
Right.
Make a few recordings and just listen back and see what it's sounding like.
Ah.
And then I know a lot of people use free software. Audacity, I think, is free, right?
Audacity?
Audacity is what it's called. I don't use Audacity, but I understand that's a free software that's quite popular.
Right.
I think a lot of people just getting started use Audacity and a USB microphone.
Right.
And, you know, Voice Bunny, I think, is probably a way to start, even though I haven't actually gotten any jobs that way.
Right.
Voices.com, there is a membership fee that's going to cost you.
Yeah.
So,
you have any idea of the fee, or well, I can look it up.
It's gone up since I started. I don't know what it is now. I forget what the basic membership fee. Now I was doing it long enough that I kind of pay for the higher up level fee now, so it costs even more money.
Oh.
But I think you can go free, and I think get basically no jobs at all, or you can get like the next level up from that, and I think that costs maybe $400 or something.
All right, so Blessing just commented. She said it's $500. Thanks, Blessing.
$500. Yeah. So I saw a little bit of her. Oh, you saw a little bit of her on your Instagram. Oh, yeah. So gorgeous and such a gorgeous voice. She must be a superstar.
She is. You got that, Blessing? She is. And I'm so disappointed because, like, the recording, I lost the recording for that interview, and I really wanted to have it. Oh. Yeah, so it's been depressing me for a few days, but I'm coming around.
Maybe she'll redo it.
Yeah, for sure.
There she is. Love, love, love.
All right. So for anyone starting up, like what's some advice that you would give anyone who wants to start in terms of becoming a voiceover artist? And then you could share a little bit about your producing if you want, just because I have no idea even where to start and how that works. So you could share a little bit about that, being an independent video producer, and then we will go ahead.
Sure. Do you want to hear more about the voiceover stuff first?
Yeah, let's finish up with the voiceover.
Okay. So I think that when I started doing it seriously, I think the most important thing that I did was just to start listening more carefully to the way other people were using their voices. When you listen to commercials or documentaries or other places where you hear voices, listen carefully and think about what people are doing with their voices that's different than just chatting with somebody.
Right.
Chatting is great, and there's a natural way that we use our voices, and there's nothing wrong with that. But there are some things people do differently when they're for different purposes. And then practice. It feels funny at first. Record yourself, listen to yourself, give yourself an honest listen and say, what am I doing here?
Right.
Where are you from? Do you have a particular kind of accent or dialect?
Right.
And if so, do you want to try to modify it? Do you want to try to speak like what they call general American English?
Yeah.
I try to do that sometimes because I have a Canadian accent.
Right.
So when I get an American client, I have to try to
switch up the accent. Right.
Yeah, try to sound more American or whatever. But or you can try to find clients that will like your particular region style of speaking.
Right.
And then just, go fishing for jobs, try one out. And once you get that first job, you'll be like, oh,
piece of cake.
You know what? I can do this. Yeah, this is not beyond me. You realize, like, I know how to talk. I'm as good as anyone. I can talk. I can do this.
Have you ever?
And then you go from there.
Have you ever done like books, like e-books, narration?
I'm just starting to get into audiobooks. That's my dream job. And I'm I've done long projects, longer form things that took, where the end result was quite long, but not actual books. So I'm quite excited to do books.
So then that would be an example of the leveling up you were talking about, to do something.
Yes.
I get you.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, because it's a different skill.
Right.
Audiobook readers use their voice differently.
I think the fact that you're always looking on how you could grow through it and from it, I think that's a very good thing. And I think that's an important trait to have if you're doing anything like freelancing. As I said, it's very important that you have that. All right. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So go ahead and share about the independent video producing. Isn't that challenging? It sounds like super hard, but I don't know.
It is challenging. Some days I'm like, this is too hard. I can't do it. I don't know how to solve all the problems. But sometimes it's really fun.
Right.
Like,
I'm assuming the fun is more than the, oh my God.
Usually.
Yeah, if you still do it, I would think that's the case.
Yeah. So like I said, I'm from a smaller city in Canada. So it's not like I work in a big bustling film industry or anything like that. And I had an employer for many years, and I learned how to do shooting and editing and writing and all kinds of stuff related to the film and video industry. So as an independent producer, I have a sort of a small scale production that's just me or me, and if I bring a couple other people in to work with me. And we'll make sort of short videos for clients. Either it'll be like an artist that wants a promo video, or an author, or an arts organization that wants to talk about something they're doing right now. Like I went and shot some video for Girls Rock Camp recently. Do you have Girls Rock Camps in Jamaica?
No, we don't.
Oh, it's cool because they, like a lot of boys grow up encouraged to be noisy and play rock and roll and stuff like that. But sometimes little girls
want to be
miss
rock
the boat.
Right.
Or other kids, like basically it's meant to be an inclusive experience for little kids who want to try it out and see what it's like. So they get together and they play music for a week, and they get into little bands and they write a song, and they're like, I want to play drums, I want to play bass. So I shot video of these super cute kids making music, and that kind of stuff is really fun. It's really, and it makes them feel awesome when you're making, showing what they're doing. Oftentimes people feel very they're delighted to share what they're doing. They're delighted that someone is interested in them. So I enjoy that. And then I'll edit it on my software. And I use Adobe Premiere to edit video.
Right.
And that is why I use Adobe Audition to edit my voice when I do voiceovers, because I was already familiar with Adobe from working in video. So Audition is my voice software.
Okay.
And Premiere and After Effects and all that suite of stuff is what I use for video.
Ah, nice. So Blessing says she's also interested in film production. But I remember you said, Lisa, that you were in a band.
Oh, sort of, just for fun. That's just sort of a by little extra information. It's not like a
big thing, but that's still sort of cool. So is it that you play an instrument, or you sing on, rock on?
I play acoustic guitar and do some of the vocals in this. It's like a bluegrass band. Yeah. I don't know if you have bluegrass music. It's sort of like a old timey folk music. There's delighted that someone is interested in them. So I enjoy that. And then I'll edit it on my software. And I use Adobe Premiere to edit video. Right. And that is why I use Adobe Audition to edit my voice when I do voiceovers, because I was already familiar with Adobe from working in video. So Audition is my voice software. Okay. And Premiere and After Effects and all that suite of stuff is what I use for video.
Ah, nice. So Blessing says she's also interested in film production. But I remember you said, Lisa, that you were in a band.
Oh, sort of, just for fun. That's just sort of a by little extra information. It's not like a
big thing, but that's still sort of cool. No. So is it that you play an instrument, or you sing on, rock on?
I play acoustic guitar and do some of the vocals in this. It's like a bluegrass band. Yeah. I don't know if you have bluegrass music. It's sort of like a old timey folk music. There's like a banjo and a stand-up
Oh, but that's
bass.
still fun. That's
You know?
cool though.
Oh yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah, because
It's fun.
I think you're very talented. You have quite a few skills there.
Oh, I
And you're
didn't say I was
making,
good at it. I just do it. You know,
but
I
still,
do it for fun.
but I wouldn't even try any musical.
What? Why? That's another thing you should try. It's fun.
I wish I knew how to play the piano, but like I just feel like it's too late to learn now. Like,
What? You're young. What are you talking about?
in time.
You have so many years of life left. Think of how fun it would be. By the time you're 70, you'll be a concert pianist.
Well, let's see. Maybe. There's so many things I want to do. Like I have to like pace myself in what. Yeah, because like right now, I think my biggest project is working on. I'm trying to build one awareness around work from home stuff, but then I'm also working on building for persons who like want to learn English. I'm trying to build a client base for that outside of regularly working and stuff. So I'm trying to do 1,000,001 things. So I just have to pace myself so that nothing gets left behind. But definitely the voiceover is on my list. See, I got the encouragement from you and from Blessing. So let's see. Because I think I focused more on that for this session, I should say. So Lisa, thank you so much for joining in. Don't be a stranger now. It was really nice to meet you. And
nice to meet you too. Let's keep in touch.
For sure. And thank you so much for taking the time. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I hope to hear your fun band one day and the big projects you're working on. All right?
Okay. So take care. Thank you so much.
No problem. So take care and keep safe. And thank you guys for joining in.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys. See you.
Awesome.